What's up, guys? Jay Little here, with more daily vaults. This is In Shining Armor, which I think is the last one of this little quest tree. In the Fallout Shelter, you have these different quests. Each one will say, you know, 1 of 1, which are like the daily one-off quests, and then there's some that are like 1 of 4, 1 of 10, 1 of 12. Each one is this big long storyline. I don't remember what this storyline is, but, you know, whatever. Well, it's not that big of a vault, so that's good. So it won't be a long video, at least. On the right path. I can feel it. Let's get these guys healed. Fuck, didn't need to heal him. Oh well. Last time, I like to do the vaults, and I also like to give a little bit of tips for anybody who want to play Fallout Shelter. Last time I talked about... oh, these assholes. Last time I talked about... what did I talk about last time? Oh, I talked about spending real-life money in the game, and if you should or shouldn't. It's really just, you know, an opinion. It's your personal opinion if you want to do it or not. If you got the money and you like the game, why not? This time I'm going to talk about the in-game currency, which are caps, and how to make them. One easy way to make caps in the game is, you know, doing quests like this. You get a shit ton of caps. Usually, see, there's some caps right there. It's just got 10 caps. That's not going to do anything in the game, but let's see what else we can get. I got a globe. I got that thing. And also got... what's that? Ooh, look at that. I got a bunch more caps with that guy. And a fragment. There's a bunch of different ways you can get caps in the game. The most common way that you're going to find out is to level up your dwellers. When you put them in different rooms, whether it be the power plant or the cafeteria or the diner or what have you, over time they level up, they gain enough experience where their certain skill levels up, and you get a few caps. You get like 10 to 30 caps somewhere in there. You don't get a whole lot, but once you get enough dwellers in the game, and they level up all the time, it adds up. Another good, speaking of quests, another really good way to get caps in the game is there's a storyline quest. Can't remember the name of it, but it has something to do with these two Nuka-Cola mascots. I think it's Nuka-Cola, isn't it? Or I'm thinking Call of Duty, I don't know. But anyway, there's these two mascots called, I think their names are Cappy and Bottle. One looks like a giant bottle cap, you know, that you use for the currency. The other one looks like the giant bottle that the soda or whatever comes in. Oh, hold for X and BAM! 3X, I'll take it. But what happens with them is every now and then, like once every maybe 10 to 30 minutes of game time, I don't really know. These two little guys, hey, 5X. These two guys show up, those two little mascots, and they'll walk around your vault for a while. Hey, Quantum Cola, I'll take it. Some stim packs, I'm gonna need those eventually. But they show up eventually, and they'll walk around your vault, and every now and then they'll stop to dance, and when they stop to dance, you have to select them, and then they'll poop out a bunch of caps that you can collect. Another one, and you don't really have to do anything special for this one, because this is like a common thing, is there's a mysterious stranger in the game. That mysterious stranger will show up and you'll hear this dun 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 sound in the game, and you gotta look at all your different vault rooms. And in one of the vault rooms is gonna be this guy with a hat and a trench coat, and you're gonna be like, who the fuck this? He's not part of my crew, and he's not, because he's a mysterious stranger that shows up at random times. But with that said, if you select him, do you think the Overseer appreciates us? Well, are you serious? Of course. Ooh, I got something. Got a rare blueprint. So this mysterious stranger shows up, and if you select him, he poops out a bunch of caps, kind of like Cappy and Bottle do. Bottle will also occasionally poop out a Quantum Cola for you too, so keep that in mind. So this guy shows up, you get some caps, you get, 100, 200, 300 every now and then. But if you keep selecting them, and if you select them enough times in a row, I think it is, or enough times in like a given game day, you'll hear this slot machine sound like ding 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 ding. Like you hit the jackpot, all these caps will fall from the sky, and you get like 1,000 or 2,000 caps, which really helps out. Of course, if you got the money and you like the game enough, there's a lot of games that are free to play, but you can do microtransactions to make the game better or get more weapons or whatever, that I don't like, and I don't spend money on them. And there's a lot of those types of games that I do like Fallout Shelter, that I'll be happy to buy some lunch boxes for. But with that said, you don't have to spend money, but in each lunchbox you'll get like 100, anywhere from like 100 to 1,000 caps on average. Now I'm saying that on average because there's going to be a chance that you don't get caps in a box. So don't buy like 1 or 2 boxes and you only get 100 caps and you're like, the fuck is this about? Don't get mad at me, alright? It's not my fault. Fuck. Almost 5. But it's a way to get caps if you need them. Also, you can do room rushes. Now, what a room rush is, for things that give you resources like power plants, power generators. Later on in the game, you'll unlock. What the fuck is it? Again, all kind of weapons. I guess this shovel isn't a weapon, it's a thing. What was I saying? Oh, for the room rushes, for things like, water treatment plants, food, and stem packs, Radaway, and, what's the other one? Power, I think I didn't say yet. You do the room rushes, now you have a percentage, percentile chance that the thing will fail. Usually it's, somewhere between, I don't know, like 20 and 25%. It could be as high as 40% chance of failure, so you might not want to do it when that's the case. But whatever you feel safe about. But once you do that, not only do you get the caps from doing that, but on top of that, you'll also get the resources faster. So if you really need some caps and you really need some resources, might as well do a couple of room rushes, maybe help out a bit. Is there any other ways to make caps in the game other than the quests? The quests are going to give you the most caps out of anything. But of course there's, the waiting time you have to do for the quest. Like what I'm doing here are quests. I should call it daily quests, not daily vault. But I like the sound of daily vault. More cappies. See, look at that. I already got 2,500 caps already. And I'm not even done. I got a whole half a thing to do, almost. There's gotta be other ways to get caps. Now, as far as the importance of caps are concerned, they're used for pretty much not anything, everything, but a lot of things. For example, upgrading your room costs caps. I highly suggest upgrading your rooms. And by that I mean, you can upgrade, for example, you can upgrade your typical... Oh, this is gonna be bad. You can upgrade your rooms and, for example, the water treatment plants or whatever, they'll give you more, you can store more water total, and they'll give you more water per harvesting of them. Oh, who's this bitch? You've done a remarkable job, soldier. Heard you're turning your vault into a Brotherhood outpost. I'm pleased to say I can't think of a better place for it to be. I'll see you there soon. Dismiss, soldier. I think I got a free follower. But the downside to that is I'm already at the game's limit, and there's no way to increase it. So there's that. Whoops. But anyway, yeah, caps are used for upgrading rooms. They're used for building rooms in general. You need a certain amount of dwellers and a certain amount of caps to build a new room. Upgrading rooms. Another way you can get caps is selling junk you don't need. Now, the junk in the game is pretty helpful later on in the game. Like, if you don't do a whole lot of quests and you still have some junk somehow, and you don't have... Junk is used to make weapons and outfits. You know, for example, like, you'll get a lot of toy cars and a lot of, what else? What other junks are there? A lot of clocks, a lot of fans. You get a lot of those in the game. Which you can later use to build weapons and stuff like that. But if you do a lot of quests, you're going to find a lot of weapons, so you don't necessarily need the weapon smithing factory or whatever it's called. Ooh, 3 damage, I'll take it. But it's nice to have later on. But if you don't... 5 damage! But if you don't necessarily need the junk, you can sell it. Now, most junk, regular junk, will get you like 2 caps. But then there's like legendary junk and all this other stuff that you can sell for like 20 to 200 or 200 caps. Good if you have a lot of stuff. If you don't have a whole lot of storage space and you gotta save some storage space, that's a good way to do it, because you're gonna get caps for it, which you're gonna need anyway. You can also do the same for outfits and guns. You can sell them if you don't need them. I think that's it for this vault. I don't need to... God damn it. I'll get them all healed up. Why not? Yep, did everything. Wait, not yet. So... Now you can also, like, if you... This isn't going to give you that many more bottle caps, but it's nice if you need certain pieces of junk or certain items. You can scrap your... Or if you're doing the trophies, you can scrap your weapons and outfits, and they'll give you junk, which you can then sell or keep for building other things. But yeah, that's if you want to. Again, you can play the game how you want to play, which is fine. But yeah, that's a quick tutorial on how to get caps in the game. I think that's pretty much all the ways to get caps, actually. Yeah, pretty much. So I guess I'm gonna go back to my vault and see what I got. Yeah, okay. I got Sarah Lyons, which I already have. Thanks, though. Got legendary outfit recipe and theme recipe fragment. I got 1 quantum cola and 4,867 caps. Like I said, good way to get caps. You're gonna get the most caps doing quests, but again, you know, there's the wait time, and if you don't want to spend money on the game, you don't get a whole lot of quantum cola. But you can get caps from, you know, if you spend money. If you want to spend money for caps, your best bet is probably lunchboxes or quantum cola, so you can do the quests secondarily. But yeah, get yourself some caps, spend them wisely, because you never know when you might run out and need them. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, or next time, at least. Later.